Hello everyone, welcome back. So in this video we're comparing the Apple HomePod Mini, the Google Nest Mini, and the Echo Dot 4th Gen, all three in one video. So let's begin. So let's begin with the simple things and then go towards the more complicated. So the box. So for the Apple, it's actually pretty sturdy. I really like the way they make their boxes, and I'm not going to do that right now. But it's actually really strong and it holds up pretty well in shipment. And Apple also tightly packed it to come in the mail, so that's really cool. Amazon, we have this like sort of standard cardboard box. Like it's actually still pretty strong, but like it has the possibility of breaking. But that's the box for Amazon. And then we also have the same sort of sliding style box for Google, which is actually pretty strong as well. So if you're worrying about them breaking in the shipment, I don't think you really have to. They will be okay. So now let's talk about the plugs. So when we get over here to this tangled mess. So over here, this is the Echo Dot 4 plug. So this is a 15 watt power brick. That's massive. This is like a big boy. This one, I'm not sure how many watts it is, but this one I'm sure this is 20 watts, right? This is 20 watts and this is 15 watts. Look at that size difference. And this has more power. That's weird. So this is a straight proprietary plug from Amazon. I think it's proprietary, I'm not sure, but this is a 15 watt proprietary plug. We have a Google plug. This sort of reminds me of a gas plug as well. And this also stays together, and that's also a proprietary. They're not the same. I did try plugging them in, but they are different. So that's that. And then, not sure how many watts this one take. Couldn't find it in the other video as well. So, and then on this one, we have the most premium cable. It's braided and it's really strong. And we also have this USB-C at the end to carry the 20 watts of power. So that's really good. But the thing I hate, you can't take this off. So let's plug these in. This is one. Okay. And then this is a rubber cable. So that's that. And then when you plug this in here, that came off loose. Maybe I didn't put it in that well. Oh, I didn't put it that well. Okay. Let's get this around here. Get this here. That is very tangled up. One day the world will be wireless. I heard that they're starting a new technology where like the entire universe is basically wirelessly charged. So anywhere you go there's a wireless charger up in your head. So let's get this. Okay, I want to actually get this plug up here. Okay, and that turned on the light. That's pretty cool. Oh, the Apple one's already plugged in. And then this one's a sort of plasticky. It's not really rubber. It's like a plasticky rubber-ish. And this is a massive plug of them all, so I gotta put them on a separate section. Okay. So
the mic's off.
Isn't the mic on though? Oh, it is. Okay, so I just plugged it in, so let's see how big each one is. So when we get this around, this sort of comes, I have this old measuring tape. It's all crippled up. And it's about 12 inches in circumference. And then when we come to this one, you should be able to see it. This one is also about 12 inches. So that means I'm supposing that this one is also 12 inches. 11, 12. Yes, it is a little more than 12 inches. I mean, that's probably my calculation, human error. But they're all 12 inches in circumference. So that's pretty cool. So post-it notes, this is a 3x3 post-it notes. Is pretty much everybody knows how big this is. So this is about this big. It is slightly bigger than that in terms of height, and then in terms of thickness is like an inch. So that's pretty small. And then this is basically the same size as the post-its. Well, slightly bigger as well, but pretty much the same size. And for this one is actually, I think it's the tallest of them all. So it is pretty tall, and it also has the same size as well. So that's pretty cool. So when we see the designs, so this is sort of like a pillowcase kind of design. This sort of sits like a pillow, I guess. And this whole bottom part is all rubber. We have a wall mount at the bottom, which is really cool. The lower editions usually don't have wall mounts. We have a switch over here.
The mic's back on.
You have to switch it to mic.
The mic's off.
Turn off the mic and turn on the mic back on. And then the plug is sort of like an inside plug as well. And we have a total fabric top, which is pretty cool. For this one, the light is like all the way at the bottom, which I'm not really a huge fan of. If the light was around here like this, that would be awesome. I would love that, but it's not, sadly. So that's that. And then we have a circular rubber base down here, and the middle is not rubber, so that's that. And we also have this full fabric up here, so that's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure this is recycled plastic, and that one as well, so that's pretty cool. And then the buttons over here, we have 4 buttons. 1, 2, the volume down, volume up, and the action button where Alexa will listen to you without you having to say Alexa. I'm guessing Amazon sort of intended this to be more of a hologram on a table, like that. So it's less of a showy thing and more of a hologrammy thing. And for this one, we have the 4 dot lights up here, and they all look the same like that. So that's that. And then, of course, for Apple, we have this fabric like mesh design over here. And this has a 360-degree audio, so that means, and also the Apple claims that the mesh will not bother the audio, so that's pretty cool. And then at the bottom we have this sort of rubber base. It's not really rubber, it's more of like a plasticky rubber thing. And then we have a braided cable that's completely stuck to the device. And there is the glass top where you could raise and lower the volume as you will. So that's pretty cool. Let's test out a couple of commands. So let's say, okay, Google. Of course.
The mic's back on.
Let's get this. Okay, Google. Tell me a fun fact.
Wikipedia says that octopi have 3 hearts.
Cool. Alexa, tell me a fun fact.
I'm flattered, but that's not me. I'm your Google Assistant.
In 1955, Quaker Oats started giving away free land deeds in their cereal. The promotion was a hit, and eventually 21 million deeds were printed, each for a 1 by 1 inch parcel in the Yukon Territory of Canada.
They gave away land in their cereal? Now I wish I existed back then. That's interesting. So if you say Alexa, Google will hear that and they'll say that's not me. That's very interesting, actually.
The mic's back on.
I want to see that for that one as well. Hey Siri, tell me a fun fact. Hey Siri, tell me a fun fact. Interesting. So I guess they did
The
not.
mic's off.
I guess they did not encode that into the system. That's sad. Okay, so now we're just going to test out the sound and compare between each one of them. So let's begin with the Amazon Echo Dot. So Alexa, play Candyland by Tobu.
Candyland Radio from Spotify.
Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you.
And now testing the Apple HomePod.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Okay, so now it's the Google Nest Mini. So
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move.
Alright, so they all have their own unique sound in each way. So this one sounds really good in terms of bass. This Apple one has a lot of bass, and the mids are the mids and the highs are beautiful. The Amazon one sounds pretty good. The bass is still there, and the highs are beautiful, and the mids are the mids. And the Google one, the bass is almost non-existent, and the mids are the mids, and the highs is more focused on the highs. So you can also go into the equalizer settings and change the settings for each one and put up the bass or the treble or whatever you want. So that's pretty cool. In terms of size, I'm more of a fan of that one because you can fit it in more places and it's smaller and it's easier to hold. So that's really good. And in terms of functionality, I feel like that one is the best because the Google one is the best because for this one, you could also say, tell me a fun fact, it works. That one, you could also say, tell me a fun fact. And this one, if you say, tell me a fun fact, it just doesn't work. And there's also a couple of other things that I caught that it didn't work. I don't remember them now, but yeah. But for the Google one, you can also do something like cast your audio from your device and play whatever you want from your device. So that works really well. And the same thing for Apple, but you need an iPhone for this one. And you could have an iPhone or an Android for this, and an iPhone or an Android for that. So they're all pretty cool. Thank you for watching. I'm Ibby, and also don't forget to check out my merch and the product link in the description down below. And also don't forget to subscribe. I hope I'll see you in the next one.